Hi there, Gemini. Welcome back. If you don't know, I'm doing a little fundraiser. This reading is going to be dedicated to this man that I ride the bus with. If you don't know, my truck broke down, so I've been riding the bus. And there's this blind man. He gets on the bus, he goes to these food pantries, and of course, he goes grocery shopping and does everything else he has to do. And it's very heavy for him. Okay, so I would like to donate this reading for him to get him a basket, a shopping basket. So I'm trying to get together, I think it's like $68 after taxes. If you'd like to donate to that so we can get him a basket so it'd help him out. We can't help everybody, but we could help somebody. You know what I mean? That's how I think of it. So if you could be so kind to like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Also, if you could comment and also play the commercials, that would help. So I'm going to donate this to him. What we're going to see here, Gemini, is we're going to find out what to expect this week for you. Yes. Spirit, give us a clear, concise message here for Gemini. What does Gemini have to expect this week? That's what we want to know. Page of Pentacles in reverse is coming out, and the Three of Swords is coming out in reverse also. There might be something here that you have learned about finances, and but it's something that you've learned but you're not really utilizing, okay, when it comes to money. So maybe you've learned something like I don't know what it could be, but maybe you learned how to use a credit card, or maybe you're learning that your numbers are not that important or something. I don't know. It's something to do with money. Okay, it does look like there's a new idea when it comes surrounding money or career. Oh yeah, this could be also career, like changing your career choice. Okay, maybe you found out that if you take one more class in something, you'll get more money, right? It could be something like that. But I'm seeing a new idea, and it's surrounding money. It's something to do with you not doing something that could bring in more money, more wealth, okay? I'm going to dig deeper into that. Tell me more, Spirit. Something that could actually get you out of some kind of financial problem. Something that you definitely need to go for. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So it's something that you need to go for. Something that you need to... Yeah. Maybe you haven't planned something. You haven't planned something out, and Spirit is saying you need to. You need to go ahead and plan something out when it comes to your career or finances this week. This is the week to go for it, okay? Because we have the Fool card coming out. So this is the week to go for something. This is the week to take chances, okay? Maybe you just because with this card coming out, it makes me feel like there's a chance here or an opportunity here that you're not grabbing onto. It could be like finances, or you learning something about finances, learning something about a career, but it's like there's something here that you're not grabbing, and this is the week that Spirit is saying go for it. That's why we have the Ace of Swords coming out, like go for it, Gemini. Take the leap, take the chance. Maybe it could be like signing up for a new class, or learning something different, or changing careers completely, okay? But I do feel like with the Ace of Swords coming out, this is going to be the week that you're going to get some kind of clarity about this, okay? You're going to receive some kind of clarity about it. Tell me more, Spirit. Ooh, okay, I'm going to take it. Something that you need to learn. Look, Wheel of Fortune's coming out. Ten of Cups. Once you do that, you're going to be happy, and it's going to change your home life. It could also indicate like something that somebody needs to go back to. Maybe you used to, I don't know, maybe you used to do something like, it could be like maybe you used to do DoorDash, right? Spirit is saying to go ahead and go back to something, okay? Like go ahead and return to something that you used to do. It's going to bring you some kind of happiness, okay? So this could be like a second job. I mean, actually, to tell you the truth, this could be like somebody working a second job or doing a side gig or something like that, right? It makes me feel like if you keep going in that direction, you're going to get some kind of completion or some kind of money. Money, yeah. That's what I'm getting. Hmm. I do feel like it's a very strong pull about returning to something. Like there's an opportunity if you return to something. Okay, very strong. If you return to something, there's money. If you continue going the direction that you're going in, you're gonna be like spinning your wheels, not having enough resources. There's something about you returning. Okay, tell me more, Spirit. What does Gemini need to know this week? Please and thank you. Yeah, I feel like this is just confirming it more. We have the Empress in reverse. Okay. Tell me more, Spirit. King of Flowers. Tell me more. There's a struggle here, and for one of you, this might have something to do with like grandchildren, um, or caring for grandchildren, something like that. Or maybe you're supporting grandchildren, financially supporting grandchildren, where the mother is not in the house. Okay, um, maybe that is why Spirit is saying to go back to something, because it might be something that's going to end up helping you to raise these kids. I feel like one of you is actually raising your own grandkids or something like that. And like the mother and the father is not in the home. Okay. That's very specific. I think that's just for one of you, more likely. Okay. Um, there's something here that you need to work on, Gemini, when it comes to your discipline. Okay, something that has something to do with you working, possibly like not wanting to deal with people in authority, not wanting to work with people who are possibly like law enforcement. Maybe this is like a situation where you don't want to get yourself tied into something. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. You don't want to get yourself tied into something. Hmm. Because the thing about that is that if you're taking care of your grandkids or your children, it could be either or, right? And the other parent is not in the house. Be cautious with who you're letting around the children. Okay, there I do see somebody who's like being judgmental or judging you wrong. This person could very well try to bring in the law enforcement, and that law enforcement seeing things wrong. Okay, something about that is important here. Um, like them judging you wrongly about something to do with your finances. Okay, it could be something to do with your finances. It could also do something to do with care, like babysitting or something like that, right? It could be, yeah. It could be something that's also something that you're doing with this. You know what, guys? It doesn't have to be children. Okay, it could also indicate like pets, like overspending on pets or spending too much. Yeah, maybe spending too much for doggy daycare, something like that, right? It could be something like that. So be cautious with where you're spending the money at this week, okay? Especially when it comes to that. Because I'm seeing somebody trying to be manipulative this week, especially when it comes to that. And then especially when it comes to bringing in law enforcement, being manipulative, trying to get people to look at things the wrong way. That's what I'm getting. We have the nine. See what's coming out next. We have the nine of wands coming out. So if you're not cautious with that, you could end up, having to defend yourself this week, especially when it comes to the finances and the care of a pet or a child, something like that. Okay, you might find yourself at this end, feeling like you can't trust anybody. Okay, you might also find yourself being stretched so far that you're gonna just find yourself so exhausted with caring for pets, caring for children, caring for your responsibilities like finances and work and things like that. So, but I see opportunities here. I see opportunities for money, guys, and it might have something to do with you going back to something. Like I said, there's money coming. Okay. Keeping your options open about something here. Look, it's coming out again. That's interesting. Okay, tell me more. Yes, it's coming out again that there's something here that you're not doing that is blocking you from this money. It looks like it has something to do more with your what you're thinking. Like you're thinking somebody's going to come in and betray you. And yes, you do have somebody around you who might end up betraying you when it comes to the care of pets or animals over here. Okay? And that person trying to get people around you to judge you wrongly about the way that you do things here. So be careful. It could be a Libra. It could also be, it could be another Gemini. It could be an Aquarius. It could be a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Be careful with your thoughts this week. Okay? Especially when it comes to feeling like you have a lot of enemies around you. I'm not saying not to be cautious. What I'm saying is don't let it drain your energy. Okay? We all have enemies. We all have people that, for whatever reason, they're jealous or whatever reason, they just don't like us or whatever reason, they just feel like we should do things the way that they do things. I do see somebody judging you wrong over here, and I feel like that person is jealous, and you know what I mean? Be cautious with letting that drain your energy this week. Yeah. Be careful with anything to do with the law this week. Okay? That's what I'm hearing. And not focusing on the right things. Okay? Like letting these kinds of outside distractions for cause you to being focused on the wrong things this week. That is a high. That's like the biggest thing here is the message here. The biggest message I'm getting from this is you not staying focused on the right things this week, allowing outside distractions to prevent you from getting this opportunity for money to come in. Okay, and it has something to do with a return of something. Are you returning to a work? Are you returning to like a side gig or something that you used to do for money? So for one of you, this could be like you used to do taxes on the side and now you stopped doing that, and it used to be something that was something that you used to do to bring in extra money. Okay, for another one of you, you used to be a security guard and you used to do that part-time and you stopped doing that. Okay, something like that, something that you did seasonal, possibly something that you did yeah, like something seasonal. Like maybe it was something that you used to do only in the summertime to make extra money and you stopped doing that. Spirit is saying it's time to go back to that. And there's definitely something here that, see, this situation about the animals or children and you being judged wrong about that is something that you don't see coming. Okay, so now that you know, Gemini, you need to be aware. Be aware and take care of that problem before it becomes a legal issue, okay? Because the legal issue appears to be something that's going to cost you money. Maybe not necessarily because of fines, okay? It could be a fine, but doesn't necessarily have to be a fine. It could just be the fact that it's taking your energy and time away from working, or taking your time away from focusing on something else that's going to help you bring in money, or get more better pay, okay? And that's what I have for you guys. Thank you for joining me. If you would like to donate to my little fundraiser, I will attach the my PayPal and my Cash App. I figured if I could get like 50 people to donate $1, it would help a lot, and I could just pay the rest, right? That was my thinking in it. That's my hope in it, to get this poor man. He's partially blind, and I helped him one time a couple of weeks ago when we had to pick him up. He was coming out of a food pantry, and I got out the bus to help him to pick up the bag. And guys, it was so heavy. And he's an older man. I think, I'm not sure how old he is, but he's an older man. And oh my goodness, I don't know how he was able to carry it. To tell you the truth, it was full of cans. So anyways, catch me in the next one, guys. Y'all have a blessed day. You got an opportunity for money here, Gemini. Don't let it go. Okay? It's coming in, and there's some kind of new idea. Spirit is saying to go with that. Bye, guys. Y'all take care. Catch me in the next one.